15 for Manila Batang Quiapo, 17 naman for Sarangani. But the turnovers also, both teams committing 8 each. With Jimenez leaning to the left as he took that free. Boy Alves with a rebound. Hindi niya nakita si Junji Aliare, who was trying to cut back door.
It's the team that's going to be able to control their turnovers here in the second half that will come out on top.
Aliare misses. Boy Alves there to put it back in.
I know Decoy Lopez on the floor para sa Manila, so mas mahirapan sila kumuha ng mga rebounds dito. It has to be more of a team effort para dito sa Batang Quiapo to hold down those defensive boards.
John Fa glides in the air for the layup. Has a total of 13 points. Nice extra pass, but Brillantes blows the layup. John Fa escaping the defense of Caliano. Kick out pass. Albo is open. One can't hit it.
They could have opted for the higher percentage shot. Chelo is already running near the basket on the left side, but Fa deciding to locate the open shooter that was Richard Albo.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet. The title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Backdoor play. Fa noticing that the defense was denying him overly on top.
Aliare bumps into John Fa and powers through for the basket.
Simpleng-simple lang talaga ito si Junji Aliare. Not a lot of flair in his moves. Simple yet effective basketball for Junji Aliare.
Agad namang tumakbo at sinugod ni John Fa in depensa ni Kit Jimenez.
He will not care whoever is in front of him. He only has one thing in mind, and that's really to get it across real quick.
Free throw of the game, hatid sa atin ng Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. The free throw, pasok yan para kay John Fa. Manila trailing by 12. Has the longest losing streak at the moment at 11 games. Won their opener but lost their next 11. Aliare, no good, gets it back. Crossover by Junji. In traffic, gets the bounce. Bad pass leads to another turnover by Manila. Caliano. Oh, great backdoor cut, but great block as well. But there was a foul called on Richard Albo.
Parang tingin ko pa nga na dapat offensive foul pa laban kay Aliare. I think there was a ward off with the offhand. Let's see here on this replay. That's a nice pass by Caliano. No look one.
Quick challenge by Coach Maxi De Andante. Clearly not agreeing with that call.
Foul.
Yeah, right on cue. Coach Maxi. Pero parang hindi tinawag yung supposedly hawi. Yun yung china-challenge din Coach Maxi. So
Yeah, they were expecting na ipapalitan yung tawag, pero they just nullified the defensive foul on Manila and they will let Sarangani keep the basketball.
Bakers doesn't lead for Sarangani. Kit Jimenez. Isang maganda ng pasa na ulit para kay Ken Brillantes.
He's in a groove. He's got that feel for the game back. Ito si Kit Jimenez. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists in this game.
John Fa constantly attacking Kit Jimenez, but that time a miss. And now he's tasked to guard Kit on the other side. Oh. Parang pupukol eh.
I really thought he was gonna go for it.
Brillantes off to the right on that jumper. Aliare, another board, another trip to the line. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet.
And that pass went past how many heads? What an incredible find by Kit Jimenez.
Yari can't stroke in the first. That is the leading point man with 10 for the gripper. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. It's John Calios. Dustin Ambrosio comes in, replacing Shelo. Medyo lumalaki na yung lamang ng Sarangani. Jose Canlas, sobra yung tira. Gusto pang dagdagan ni Junji yung kanilang abante dito. Ken Brillantes gumapang palabas. Albo. That's Kit Jimenez to beat. He gets it in.
Doesn't get bothered one bit ito si Richard Albo. Muntikan niya ng mabitawan yung basketball doon, but still just powered through that possession and able to get the basket. Jimenez on the flip side, in and out on that three from the parking lot. See here how Albo just powers through the defense.
Pass play of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners. The reverse from Manila. That was Alvarez able to escape. 55-43. Solid screen. Oh, Alves gets it in off that alley-oop pass.
Beautiful play executed there by Sarangani. Two-man game between Caliano and Alves. The roll in Alves just going for that lob up in the sky.
Three-point play completed by Koy Alves. 58-43. Albo, no hesitation, nails a three-pointer from the top of the key.
Confidence he will never have a lack of. Ito si Richard Albo.
58-46. 6 and 16 left here. Junji posting up on Dustin Ambrosio. Fadeaway jumper is pure.
He has definitely proven to be one of the best scorers in the post as a wing player.
Nawala yung bola kay Albo. Turnover. Caliano. Basang-basa ni John Fine. Gusto niyang gawin doon. Fa in transition. Takes off that pass. Dish it off at the last second to Canlas. Albo trailing. Now attacking. Oh, great look inside to Alvarez for the deuce.
Put his head down. Everybody thought that he was gonna try and make another difficult basket. Pero di nila alam, kitang-kita ni Richard Albo si Alvarez dun sa kaliwa.
Caliano could not get the friendly bounce. John Fa catching that pass from Ambrosio. Pulls it back out. John Fa asking for a clear out. Likes this matchup against Brillantes. Cross. Albo for free. Book it! How about Richard Albo? Finding the stroke here in the third quarter.
Huge run right now para sa Manila. And look who once again is at the forefront. Richard Albo and John Fa.
3-point shot code, then claim your special offer. Naibaba na ng Manila Batang Quiapo yung kalamangan ng Sarangani. They threatened to pull away, but those big threes by Richard Albo have made this a single-digit lead for Sarangani. Oh, Junji glided in the air, but the stick back is good para kay King de Sacramento, and one more free throw.
This is just really going to be a constant problem, and it has been throughout the entire season. Not being able to finish defensive possessions by collaring the defensive rebound. Even with Decoy Lopez back on the floor, they were not able to secure that possession.
62-51. Lopez. Clearly bothered by the defense of Destacamento. Diputado lets Ambrosio fly by. And despite the challenge of John Fa, able to sink in that free. John Fa, binawian naman siya sa kabila.
As long as there is a guy in front of them, they will try to explore that opportunity. Ito Manila Batang Quiapo, they know that they do not have the pieces to compete talent for talent, but they will try to outwork and outscore their opponents. For them, offense is the best defense.
Sablay nga lang yung free throw ni John Fa.
They are the Mike D'Antoni Phoenix Suns of the MPBL right now.
For sure. They do not waste time, as King Destacamento could not convert on the scoop layup. Albo. Short throw ni Lopez. John Fa naman ulit.
7 seconds or less offense.
19 points for John Fa. Oh, Martin Gonzom able to get in between two defenders for that layup. Hachi. Pectus pero wala. Boy Alves. Multiple spins. Able to bang it in for 2 points.
Pabago-bago talaga yung naging gamit ng Sarangani dito kay Martin Gozong throughout the games here in this season. One part, he was one of the go-to guys. One part, just like now, you know, he's being used as an energy guy off the bench.
Richard Albo. Naagaw ni Halyari. Tatakbo na naman ang Sarangani. Gozom. Bounce inside to Junji Halyari for the deuce. Halyari with 15 points. Oh, Ambrosio lost Junji Halyari but can't finish.
Everything but the shot.
Halyari on the other end, no good. Gozom fighting for it. Ball will stay with Sarangani.
After a cross like that, you gotta make sure that you're gonna finish that with a basket. Ambrosio just failing to get the deuce that previous possession.
Baseline inbound. Diputado. Gozom. Hinatak pababa ng kanyang bantay. Si Canlas ba yung foul doon?
Yeah. I know it's gonna be against Inigo.
Si Achi pala. Palitan ng tao for Manila. Ambrosio heads back out for Red Eusebio. Gozom at the line because Manila is in penalty. Former Our Lady of Fatima University player with under Coach Ralph Rivera. Pasok ang pangalawa. Balik sa pinakamalayang lamang ng Sarangani at 16. Naibaba na yan kanina ng Manila to 9. Canlas in trouble and the steal. Velches, look out! Oh, he just lays it up and in. Red Eusebio quickly on the other side. Turnover na naman laban sa Manila. Gozom. Short. Alvarez clears it. Eusebio puts his head down and goes right at King Destacamento. Foul will be called on Sarangani. Destacamento. Guilty party there. 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. Sarangani on pace to score 100 again. First shot, no good. Manila find themselves to a huge hole right now, down by 18. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Yan naging problema kasi dito ng Manila. You know, they're trying to fight fire with fire here, offense against offense. And when they turn the ball over, it just gives Sarangani more opportunity to extend the lead. dahil sa sobrang bilis ng pace na linalaro nila, when they turn the ball over, there's nobody going back down on defense to try and stop Sarangani.
Eusebio inside. Gets the hoop and the harm.
That finally will end some sort of a drought here for Manila. Might be a good way for them to start something off strong to finish this third quarter.
2:36 left. Pasok yung free throw ni Red Eusebio.
If you're Manila, you want to go into the fourth quarter down by 10 points or less.
14 points the lead. Destacamento tries a free. Still time for a fight back though, just to end the third, but that will not help their matters because this lead back to 16. Alvarez high off the glass and in. Balik sa 14. Malyari, the Hesi. Inside, Velches able to contort himself for the layup. Decoy Lopez susugod sa kabila, nasupalpal ni Richard Velches. Diputado, kick out pass, Sunga, open, no. Alvarez the rebound. Mabilis na punta sa kabila si Red Eusebio. At naibangga siya doon ni Richard Velches. John Fau will return for Manila.
You gotta admire Richard Velches in this game. He's doing a yeoman's job, really being that big guy that they can go to underneath in that dunker spot, ready for those drop passes. And also on defense, protecting the basket, something that he wasn't able to show much this season.
Split the line for Eusebio. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Malyari, no look inside. Ooh, Velches, muntik nang gumapang palabas, but that one rolls in. John Fa, wasting no time, but he traveled. Ano to, safe foot? Kaya nga eh.
I thought that was clean. It looked clean.
Kaya nga eh. I don't have the benefit of the replay, but nonetheless, they nullify the basket. Malyari. Hindi nga masyadong mabilis lang. Ito, J. Mark Malyari. Ganda na naman nung hanap sa ilalim. Richard Velches na foul doon.
And they're now constantly going to him. And I think this bodes well for Velches' confidence in the coming games. Because dyan nagkukulang yung Sarangani, yung inside presence. Aside from RV Bringas, kanina ba sila pwede pumunta? Akoy Alves, pasulpot-sulpot. But if you can have another guy who can contribute at a more consistent rate, and that definitely will increase your chances of getting more victories.
Did Richard Velches play for passing before?
No.
Hindi, no? Pero taga-passing yata ito eh. Tapos ito si Alyari was able to get the basket. Inside, John Fa, foul called.
It's really crazy how quick
Bilis.
they can go into that transition attack.
John Fa, probably one of the top 5 guys, if not the top, in terms of the quickest going from one end to the other. Top of mind, lao maisip eh. Parang bis talaga eh.
Well, I mean, Robbie Darang can say something
Pwede.
about that.
Oo. Naglaban na ba yung Manila sa kabataan?
Hindi pa yata.
Hindi pa yata, no? 22 points for John Fa. Hindi pa. Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule. Hindi pa sila nagkaharap. That should be a fun one if ever those two guys meet. 83-65. Diputado, pupukol ng dress. Off the heel.
Oh yeah, how can I forget? Of course, JC Marcelino,
May isa pa yun.
former league MVP.
Halyari. Baseline drive. Junji Halyari.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, hawi.
I finally call it.
Kanina siya rin yung involved doon sa challenge, di ba?
Yes, siya rin.
Si Coach Toto, ha? Parang gusto niya i-challenge din to.
Oh.
Interesting. Definitely not agreeing with that last foul call on Junji Halyari. We'll pause for a break. We'll be back for the result of this challenge.
Was unsuccessful. Offensive foul on Junji
As
Halyari.
expected, unsuccessful yung challenge. Coach Toto. Tumukod pa kasi. Actually, he pushed yung left arm, yung kanyang bantay doon, instead
Yeah.
of warding off. Pang ginamit niya springboard eh. As he took off. Inigo lets his defender fly by. Short stab, no good. John Fa, the rebound. Ooh, foul called on Destacamento. Who in disgust. Talagang napakamot na lang dito after that foul call.
John Faz has really been all over the place. It's like he has been this entire season.
$22 points currently. This is John Fa. $25 seconds to go here in the third. John Fa short. About a 2-second differential between shot and game clock. Halyari though will fire. No good. Takbo na naman for Manila. Albo. Tried to draw contact. Shot it early, so gives a chance for Sarangani to put up the last shot. Halyari crossover. Asking for a foul, but that will signal the end of quarter number 3. On our slate, Basilan winning over Cebu. And Mindoro nanalo rin in their assignment kontra Bacolod. Quarter scoring, 22-15, 24-20, 37-30 in the third quarter. Eusebio to trigger it in. Inside they go. Decoy Lopez scores plus a foul.
Exactly the kind of basket they need to try and spark a rally here. This lead by Sarangani is certainly not safe. With the way, with the speed at how Manila can score, hindi maging safe ang kahit na anong lamang dito ng gripper.
15-point lead. Richard Velches to Diputado. Takes the free, no good. Velches, Calao with rebound and the putback.
He's just beating everybody to those loose balls right now.
Tatakbo na naman ang Manila. Kahit made basket, they're able to score quickly. 85-70.
I really wonder how Decoy Lopez and Richard Albo might feel with the kind of conditioning that they're experiencing right now with this Manila team.
Uy, pati sila kailangan din tumakbo eh.
Oh, wala silang choice eh.
Eusebio, drop pass inside. John Fa has now tied his career high in the MPBL with 24 points.
That's a pretty play indeed. Coming from the Batang Quiapo, Eusebio passing it at the last moment.
Halyari, uncontested. Lays it up and in.
But of course, if you want to get back from this lead that you're trying to chopped down, you have to play some defense if you're the Batang Quiapo.
Lopez in and out on that shot. Malyari attacks John Fa. Velches again. How about Richard Velches?
Oh,
Richard Albo and Rev Diputado down on the half-court line. This play of the game, though, is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
I think Destacamento was late coming down to try and help out on that play. He lost the only guy protecting the basket in Richard Velches.
8 and 19 left. Curiously for Sarangani, still no Kit Jimenez.
Actually, yeah.
Albo, pinilit yung tira. John Fa with a steal. 8 minutes left. John Fa switching hands in midair. And now has established his new career high of 26 points.
He's determined. This kid, he will move heaven and earth just to try and carry his team.
Richard Albo, sidestep for the layup.
It's 4 straight points once again para sa Manila. But the question is, can they make some consecutive stops? Ayun, nakasagot ang Sarangani.
Richard Albo with 18 points. Tries a free, no. Running start by Caliano. Nakabuelo siya dito. Drop pass inside. Martin Gozom, no. Destacamento, nasupalpal ni Lopez. Yung tapik sa baba ni John Fa, meron ding foul. How about John Fa? Gotta see that one more time. That pretty move. Destacamento, shoot 2. 7 and 14 left. Special D from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Way short on the first one.
Destacamento hasn't been much of an impact here in this game. Only 2 points, 5 rebounds.
Bumuway pangalawa. Eusebio. Hanap ng papasahan. Release pass to Jose Cadlas. John Fa inside. Multiple pump fakes. Oh! Able to elude the much longer Coy Alves for the basket.
He might just get 40 here tonight. He has 28 in this game.
Gozom, stutter step. The floater drops.
Hindi nila mabababa sa 13.
Cadlas. Sundot palabas ni J. Mark Malyari. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Even off the ball, he makes the right decisions. Moving well without the basketball.
Baseline drive by Achi Inigo. Going for the reverse.
Rarely do you see him trying to attack the basket. Pero if he does, it's always very calculated. Ito si Achi.
15 points for Coy Alves. 95-80. Decoy. John Fa. Hindi pa talaga part ng laro ni John Fa yung 3-point shot eh.
Yeah. He's not gonna try and launch it even if it's an open look.
I mean, the most attempts that he did was the one where yung lone game that, well, he took at free there, but yung pinakamaraming attempts that he had, Javi, was yung nakashoot siya, which was 2 out of 6. The rest, yung maximum attempts niya was only at 2, which was done only twice. So hindi siya volume 3-point shooter. Talagang it's either the mid-range or baskets in transition. Meanwhile, Coy Alves quietly has 17 points. John Fa. And that's really outstanding considering na siguro ang scouting report, you try to dare him to shoot pero he just finds ways to get past the defense.
Yun yung very impressive sa kanya eh. Dahil kaya niya skumura na marami even without the help of the three-point shot.
Here he is. Now he tries a three. No good.
For a guard nowadays, bihirang-bihira na yan.
Layup ni Martin Gozum. Timeout, hiniling ng Manila. Lumobo na naman ang
But of course, everything has come inside the arc.
John Fa behind the back. Richard Albo pulls up. Short. J. Mark Palyari. The Hesse able to get him to the cup. Layup plus a foul for J. Mark.
I thought he got away with a carry there. But nevertheless, nice move to freeze the defense.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 101-80. J. Mark caught stepping on a line. Ball will stay with Manila. 21-point lead past the halfway point of the fourth. Canlas gets it. Tignan mawala sa kanya. Richard Albo. Pupukol ng tres. Wala. Caliano with another board. Tatakbo siya dito. Charles to J. Mark. Fires. No. Koy Alves. Wala pa din. And goes for the reverse this time on the other side. 103-80. John Fa. So really what we're trying to look at here for Manila is if he could score more points, get to the 30-point mark. Martin Gozum, tinakasan yung depensa ni Jose Canlas. Canlas the board. Destacamento steals it. Malyari for 3, no good. Decoy, pasa kay John Fa. Great pass to Achi Inigo. 7 assists for John Fa. 103-82.
I think it might be certain right now that the Batang Quiapo might not be able to reach the century mark tonight.
They've had a lot of games where they have given up more than 100 points. In fact, 9 times already for Manila Batang Quiapo. It's just too much if you're one team. Yun alone, yun nga eh, 7 na beses 100 points yung binigay sa'yo ng opponent.
Which means there is really just one major problem on your team, and it's really defense. And defense, of course, starts with you forcing the opponent to miss a shot, but that ends with a rebound. And those are two things that they have really struggled with, more so the second one, rebounding the basketball.
They're dead, or actually one of the bottom teams in terms of rebounding. Second to the last, itong Manila Batang Quiapo. Kit Jimenez, pinagpahinga na dito. John Canlas floats it up and in. Jose Canlas, pass the lead to 21, but things looking bleak right now for Manila. Sarangani just piling up the points. 107-84. Richard Albo. Lopez tries a free, no good. And Sarangani looks like they're gonna register win number 3, while Manila Batang Quiapo will drop down to their 12th straight loss.
They still haven't won at home yet this season.
0 of 5, yeah. And maganda rin naman yung turnout ng fans every time they play at home.
Yun na nga eh. Hindi naman nagkukulang. So maybe, you know, that's something that they should draw inspiration from more in their coming home games. You know, play with a lot more pride defensively. Everybody knows that they can score.
Yeah. Richard Albo nangunguna, lays it up and in. Last 2 minutes of the ball game. And the gripper climb up to 3 wins. Manila still has teams like Parañaque and Bulacan on their schedule. Certainly winnable games. But, you know, first order of business, yun nga, no? Yung depensa, the rebounding. And as John Fa gets the steal, what turns it over? Yan din problema nila. Ang dami lang live turnovers. That really has enabled Sarangani to run and get easy baskets. Plus 27 in rebounds itong gripper. 62-35. Actually, Manila has more assists compared to Sarangani, but it's just a matter of them having lesser possessions. Ayan, turnover na naman. And most of the turnovers, Javi, that they've been giving up, yung mga silly turnovers, yung mga kaya namang iwasan, no?
It's really more on the decision-making that Manila has to work on. It's more of the young guys really turning the ball over more than the veterans. Pero Manila only has a few vets on the roster while this Sarangani team is filled with veterans.
111-86. We're just waiting for the final score here. Manila. Tough stretch for them since that win against Marikina. So they've been winless for more than 2 months. 26 seconds remaining. And most of their games haven't been really close. They've been blown out by Rizal, Nueva Ecija, Pasay, Cebu, Pampanga, Zamboanga, Quezon, Muntinlupa. To be fair though, those are really top contenders. At yun, talo din sila sa Quezon City and then against Imus. Rebound grab by Coy Alves. And Sarangani actually has been playing much better of late. Had a slow start to the season. And they have won 3 of their last 6 games. And they've endured a lot of injuries. I remember Lars Sunga had that injury early in the season. But now, getting the job done. And this is the very first win, by the way, by Coach Toto Trujillo as the head coach of the Sarangani Gripper.
Congratulations to Coach Toto and Sarangani. I'm sure this is...
And it finally results into a win. 111 for Sarangani, 87 for Manila. Let's go to Lyra at courtside.